Okay, it's 6:30, so we'll start the regular city council meeting, City of Starbuck, on January 8th. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. If you'd read the roll, please, Joan.
Mayor Swenson.
Here.
Councilor Gorder.
Here.
Councilor Tafe.
Here.
Councilor Backel. Here. Councilor Christensen.
Here.
Okay. All right, first item on the agenda is a consent agenda. Is there any discussion on the agenda or claims for payment? Or the hearing minutes?
I have a couple changes on the special meeting under consent agenda. I had changed the person making the motion and the second on that. And on the minutes, the copies that you guys have says 2023 annual appointments. I changed that to 2024.
Okay. Are there any other questions or discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Tafe to approve the consent agenda, seconded by Councilman Gorder. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. First item on the agenda is Nick Coos with Widseth. He is not here tonight. He's still waiting for a response from MnDOT as far as our 2020 road project. Is that correct, Joan?
That's correct. He's gonna be meeting with the city in February to try to set some dates for the assessments.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Next item on the agenda, we have Roger Aberg, who would like to update us on adopting a shelter program.
This is the same thing I think I had before.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roger.
So I just wanted to come in, obviously, it's been about a year since I came in and suggested that, that the city consider the adopt a shelter program. And at that time, if you remember, there was a motion and it was accepted as an idea. So then a couple of months later, I came back in and I basically handed out what you got there in front of you, which was some paperwork to, because one of your concerns was that there should be something on file, and I think there should be. I have not updated this one way or another. When I presented it the first time, I said you guys might want to look at it and change some things or whatever. Since then, one of the reasons for doing this was we had our 55th year class reunion, class of 1968, and I wanted to present it to the class at that point. So we, on August 6th, we had our reunion. That's the busiest day in the park. That's Dave's car show, and that's the artisan show. Plus, most of the shelters were rented. The Blues Brothers were there, etc. I wanted to get the shelter that we wanted to adopt to have part of our class reunion there, but it was booked. So I got the one down by the lake, the oldest one. Then I borrowed a pressure washer from Chris for 2-3 days, and I pressure washed that building and the one that we intended to adopt. Our class overwhelmingly thought it was a great idea. I handed out envelopes that night at the VFW when we had our banquet, or whatever you want to call it, and I collected almost $1,000 from 30-some members to spend on the building. So I worked on it the rest of the fall. Pressure washed, did some painting, pretty thoroughly cleaned up one of the bathrooms, left the other one alone so you can have a before and after look. but know the shelter pretty well. I didn't do anything that would be, that I would consider needed approval. Didn't paint it different colors, anything like that. But I do intend to continue it. So again, it's a great idea. The shelters are in relatively good shape, but those bathrooms, I mean, I was down there quite a bit. People didn't want to use them. I mean, everything from, so basically, I won't go into that. But basically what I did was I caulked everything I could, inside and outside, to eliminate spiders and that kind of thing. Painted the inside of the one bathroom and cleaned it up as good as I could. Did some other painting just on the poles. Didn't finish the poles and stuff. Thought I'd paint them and see what they look like this spring. If they look good this spring, that means it's adhering and good enough. Let's paint them. We don't have to power wash them or any, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's I think, really all I've got to say is that it's a good program. It needs to be done. Hopefully other people will, like even our men's auxiliary, we did, thanks to Ken and them and a few of our members, the shelter that's closest to the entrance to the park was re-sided, repainted, et cetera, because I think our auxiliary did all of it, I think. You know, it's a shelter that I'd like to see our auxiliary adopt and take it to the next level. Because it just seems to me that the things that Starbuck can be proud of are their beach and their park and some things that visitors identify us as, marina, et cetera. And I don't mean this, I think the city does a great job of keeping the park looking fine, but there's either too much work to be done or I don't know any other answer to the fact of what those buildings look like. Even that first one that we used for our class reunion, we couldn't have been in there. I mean, you couldn't have sat down anywhere because it was, you know, and so power washing, things like that need to be done. And if we can get citizens to do it, why not? You know, so unless anybody has any questions or anything, that's, and again, do you guys need to do anything? That's up to you. Like I said, I guess I'm approaching this with the idea that it needs to be done. I got money to do some of it. And so in the spring, our intention would be, I guess that's one other thing I should touch on. I mean, my intention with the class reunion was that we seldom see each other as classmates, but this would give us the opportunity to see each other maybe in April and again in October, because we'll have 2 meetings in our shelter. Maybe we won't do anything, but maybe we make a list or do something, you know, that will make those better.
We have a public hearing, so I thank you, and
Yep.
We'll take a look at this and see
Sure.
if there's any changes to be made. Thank you. So we'll close the regular meeting at 6:39 and open the public hearing on the Beachside RV Park CUP. So I don't know if there's anybody that had anything to say, or? And I guess, Derek, you can come forward and we can talk about this.
I appreciate you guys letting us update things with the properties we've accumulated, and I'm glad that we've got this opportunity to close the door on any issues seen from outside.
So now all the Beachside RV Park property, including the red house and
Yep.
your dad's greenhouse,
Yep.
are all
So the proposal that I've came up with,
They're operated by,
Beachside RV Park, yes, so
and TT,
TG Properties is the ownership underneath.
okay.
Yep.
Okay,
So the company, or the LLC, operating the RV park, of all those parcels that are included, the operating is Beachside RV Park, and, it's been a good thing. We've done, well, getting as far as we have, in, what are we, on year 4? So, year 4,
I
and,
think,
it's going good.
I think in talking with everybody concerned, you know, they're okay with the way things are right now. And of course, your proposal is to put a 4-foot chain link fence.
Yep.
On the north side of your property and in back of the.
Yep.
Bus garage and the next door property. And,
And in the,
and I guess
yep.
that would be fine. Would you be okay with having a stipulation in the CUP that says that if those two parcels to the north are,
the residential, if the
Well,
residential,
if they change hands or something,
Yep.
that
yep, I'm 100%,
go with that?
Yep.
And you'd put up a privacy fence or whatever?
yep, on request of,
Or-
any residential properties, yes.
The other thing is if, you know, let's say one of your tenants that are close to the private property or something changes and they start having an issue,
Yep, and then that residential property
and
would come to me, and it would be
you'd
my
be okay with
obligation.
putting up a fence there?
100%. It'd be my obligation to put up a privacy fence in the request of a neighboring residential property requested for me.
And, okay. Yeah, would you be willing to stipulate that Beachside would pay the remainder of what it owes on the multi-use path by, say, the end of 2024?
Yeah, that sounds, yeah, because I would like to bring that to the city council's attention after this all is complete, and I would like to be involved to try to get more things done with that, and good things too, really good things, so I'm willing to participate, maybe go to the state capitol if need be, make phone calls, and
Okay.
participate moving forward in that category, in higher up, to see what we can do, so.
Okay.
With that, I think we can make
The other
really
one,
big
I was
headway.
thinking, and I know you promised this before, but that if something changed, that you would contact the city and
Yep.
work something out.
Any of our properties change hands or whatnot, in the future, that it'd be my responsibility to contact the city, start with.
All right. You're okay with putting that in the CUP?
Sure, yep, 100%.
Okay.
When that so.
Okay. Okay. Any of the council have any questions or anything? Or-
At this point, we'd have to, get rid of the old CUP and then introduce a new CUP, is that correct?
We've kind of got that just a little further down in new business.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, this is mainly the public hearing first,
Yep.
and we'll make a decision on the, so I don't know if anybody has any other questions or anything, but if not, we'll close the public hearing at 6:44, and
Appreciate your time.
we'll get back
Thank
to
you, Derek.
this, so we'll reopen the regular city council meeting at 6:44. And the first item on the agenda is myself, and I just wanted to announce that the city is going to be trying to get the Economic Development Committee to be more active and to manage. Right now, Starbuck has a Starbuck Community Fund with West Central Initiative that has some funds in it, but they need a board and a secretary to make decisions and make recommendations to West Central Initiative. And I'd like to also see that we, start maybe getting some more contributions to that fund and so forth. So, but first we have to have a meeting with West Central Initiative and form a board for the Economic Development Committee. We're also looking at the Airport Committee and having some new members on that. We have people that are interested in building a hangar and so forth, and we want to see that be a little more active and provide a little more input to the council. So I just wanted to mention those two things. Next on the agenda is the police department, and Mitch Johnson is at a conference out I'm not sure where that was, but today, so he won't be here. And I see Randy isn't here, right?
No, he's out plowing.
Okay, so we'll move on to, fire department isn't here, and I don't know if you had anything that you wanted to mention, Joan?
Nope, just that our audit is starting the week of January 22nd, so they may be contacting some council members to do interviews like they have in the past, so she'll let me know who she picks.
And as far as planning and zoning, is the council, we don't have a recommendation or anything on that yet, do we? Or we do?
They recommended to okay it.
Okay, so, yeah, in your packet, I think there's something on the towing business. Brad Schwartz's operation is being sold to a towing company out of Alexandria, and they're going to be setting up a towing business in Brad's Body Shop location, and they're supposed to start by April 1st in cleaning up the property and putting up a new fence and so forth, so. So, I don't know if anybody has any questions for Joan or Michelle or anybody on that. Instead, I think it's,
A&A Towing.
A&A Towing, A&A Towing, yeah, so. We have not, yeah. But if, planning and zoning has recommended that, we approve the, operation of the new towing business. I think the closing date is in April, or excuse me, May 15th, I think, and, so. Unless there's any questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the sale and the operation of the towing business.
I'll make a motion that we approve the new business, A&A Towing. Yeah, as of today.
I'll second that.
Okay. So I have a motion by Councilman Gorder to approve the operation of the new A&A towing business out of Brad Schwartz's Body Shop location, and starting in April or April 1st to clean up the property, closing in May 15th, I believe, and seconded by Councilman Tafe. Is there any further questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. So I guess we'll move on at this time. I don't think, Tom, you didn't have anything you wanted to say, did you?
No, I just looked at the website of that equipment we're trying to get funded from MnDOT, and it says January 31st, they would let everybody know.
Okay,
We're counting down the days.
okay, thank you. And I don't know if you wanted to mention anything about the community center as far as that deep cleaning or anything, or?
No, we did that last time, we kind of
Oh.
approved it, so.
Okay, okay, so we'll move on to new business and the resolution number 2024-01 designating the 2024 annual appointments.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2024-01 designating the 2024 annual appointments.
Okay. And I've been advised that we can make additions or changes to this appointments at any time, so if we have changes in the near future or something, we can discuss those and make a decision at that time, so. Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, so I have a motion by Councilman Christensen to approve resolution 2024 designating the 2024 annual appointments, seconded by Councilman Tafe. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next on the agenda is to approve a contract from Conway, Duth and Schmeezing for the 2023 audit. You've seen the information in your packet. Joan, you said it's pretty routine and not
It
a
is,
big
it's
change.
$2,140 more than last year, so
Yeah,
that's pretty much standard now.
yeah, everybody's costs have gone up for audits, that's for sure, so.
I'll make a motion that we approve the contract from Conway, Duth and Schmeessing for the 2023 audit.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion from Councilman Gorder to approve the contract with Conway, Duth and Schmeezing for the 2023 audit, seconded by Councilman Tafe. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next on the agenda is the Beachside RV Park conditional use permit, and we all heard, what Derek had to say at the public hearing. Is there any questions or further discussion?
I'll make a motion that we move forward with the new conditional use permit for Beachside RV Park.
Okay, and you want to amend that to include,
And also remove the existing conditional use permit dated from 2017.
I'll second that.
okay. So we have a motion by Councilman Gorder to approve or to cancel the original CUP dated 2017 and to approve the new Beachside RV Park conditional use permit with the provisions that were discussed in the public hearing, seconded by Councilman Tafe. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next on the agenda is Resolution 2024-02, approving new earned safe and sick time policy. As far as the sick leave time, I think the provisions of the new law are already covered by our current contract, but there's some additional changes that aren't included in the current contract that we would include, and
All the, all the part-time employees are covered now. 1 hour for every 30 hours of work.
okay.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2024-02.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Tafe to approve Resolution 2024-02, approving the new earned safe and sick time policy. Is seconded by Councilman Gorder. Any further questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. And that concludes our agenda.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn our regular meeting.
So we have a motion to adjourn, so we are adjourned. So, thank you, everybody. So-